always size down my position sizing, no matter what. Even if I saw an A+ setup, I'm like, hey, things are maybe working a little different. Instead of putting in, risking this, I'm going to risk, 25% less. So whenever I'm in a drawdown, I just size down until I'm back making that money back on a good cycle. And then I push it hard. When things are going good, I'm a big proponent of, pushing that capital in. And when things are going bad, I back up. I immediately back up. It just sets out a red flag if something's not right. And it could be something's maybe not right with you. Like, do you have a lack of sleep? Are you dealing with some event outside the market that's letting you maybe not think clearly? Or do you have something else on your mind? Or like I said, are the market conditions changing? Whatever it is,
Right.
if you're in a drawdown, I just strongly recommend sizing down your account until things change to get back on track.
Do you have a rule for yourself? If I'm down, if my account's down 5%, 10%, I'll take half position the next trade, or it's a little bit more fluid than that. But that's the general idea, right?
That's
Sizing
the general
down.
idea. I
Yeah.
don't have really any hard line rules like that. It's all mental for
Mhm.
me of just, I know when things are going well, I know when things are weakening, and I know when to push, and I know when to just back up. And I think any seasoned trader, hopefully should know that in the market, because again, as the market goes through cycles. The market goes through cycles where it's at times, I mean, this is infrequent, but at times it's almost like easy money. I mean, we've all hit those cycles. I mean,
Yeah.
back in 2020, we had the initial crash, the Fed flooded the market with liquidity, and everything just ran up huge. I've heard so many stories about people making so much money in that market. It was kind of an easy market. And then liquidity stops a couple years later, 2022 bear market, things tighten up. Things are different. So you have to be able to realize and recognize when those patterns are occurring, and when it's time to just back up. And that's, again, it's hard as a day trader because we're attuned to sit in front of our computers and push buttons and make money. And if the last 3 months or 6 months or 9 months were really good or easy, it's hard to next month say, wow, things are changing. But I've heard a lot of stories of people over the years that don't know when to back off. They just think, I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep pushing, I'm going to keep pushing. Before they know it, their account is gone or it's blown up. And then how do you dig yourself out of that hole or start over? That's not an easy or fun process to do.
Yeah, and you brought up something that's really important there. Like, the environment that you're trading in is going to have that's really going to dictate your performance. Like, even if you're targeting the same type of trade in this market where that's being rewarded, it's going to do well. In a choppier market or whatever, a more negative market, it's not going to do well. So for you, what are some of the things that you keep track of that say, like an A+ setup, the market is an A+ setup right now. Like, this is a time where I want to step more on the gas versus, all right, the market's deteriorating a little